Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to your Monday night update. Before we begin this evening, hit that like button, tap the subscribe button if you can, and of course, tick the bell to stay updated on all of our content. Whether we stream here, whether we stream on TradingView, we will be doing it. So make sure you're following us in all the links down below in the description, and keep updated on what we think the market will do over the course of the week. But without further ado, BTC, where are we at? Where have we been and what have we been talking about? So we've been speaking about this level of demand. We've been speaking about this 50 fibs, have been across to the left-hand side here. And of course, we have been speaking about the eventuality of retesting that 61.8. And that came to fruition over the past couple of days. Of course, end of the week and over the weekend, we've seen some movements after the 61 has been tested. Of course, we came back, hit the 38.2 and seemingly made a lower high in the sense of the market structure now. So where to from here? So we're really seeing this play by play. And the only thing that really concerns me with BTC's market structure or BTC's price action in the sense of direction is there isn't any. So we've really been ping-ponging in between two levels, around 36,500 roughly and around 30k. So we've been ping-ponging in between these two. We've got a trading range, should we say, between 61.8 and of course the 00 or even our level of demand there. So it just comes down to whether or not we're going to break out of this trend or continue to the right-hand side. We've been moving to the right pretty much since, let's say, around June, mid-June, 20th of June. So about a month now we're just moving to the right-hand side around 30,000. And, it's pretty justified as to why we kept to that point. We've got a very nice level of demand down here. That moves to the upside, and of course that is our strongest level of demand to the left-hand side, of the current price. So it just comes down to now, are we going to make higher highs or are we going to continue on this trajectory of not making any sort of significant, meaningful movement? It really comes down to, are we going to break past 50 or are we going to be held at that point? It looks like we can test 50 again at 35k, and it's really a nice round number in the sense of a resistance goes, because we're currently sitting underneath it. So that's what I'm looking at currently. We haven't really been given any sort of indication. Are we going to test 30k again, or are we going to test 36,500 again? We're really sitting in between two levels that really don't give us much information in the sense of direction. If we throw on Gravy Train, it gets a little bit more clear as to what we can expect with BTC. Of course, our cloud structure up the top here is giving us a bearish indication of direction, and that was pretty much topped perfectly here at around 36,000. Yeah, pretty much even 36,000. That's no surprise because it is a nice round number. The prices are drawn to these round numbers, and they will be always drawn to these round numbers. So are we going to see movements to the downside towards 30k? I don't think we have the volume for that, nor do I think we have the volume to move past the 61 at this current point, because we do have some level of resistances there. And if we are getting technical, of course we can draw in our most relevant level of supply up the top here, which lines up very nicely between the 61.8 and our Gravy Train, of course, cloud structure. So I do apologize first and foremost because there's not much indication on our direction of this current market. If I'm to draw in our trend line, we could say it's something like this, and we're getting squeezed into a corner with the 61.8, but I'm not holding hopes on this just because the volume is significantly lower than we've seen in the past. You can see even just today and yesterday, or even the last couple of days, the difference between the volume. Even though we haven't had much volume here it's still significantly higher than what we've seen over the past couple of days. So I'm not putting too much emphasis on this pattern that we're seeing playing out. This one I'm talking about here, but we keep our options open. So we'll be talking about this pretty much every single night, and I do encourage you guys to like and subscribe if you can, and of course follow us over on TradingView if you haven't already. Links are down below because we are posting on there as well. Moving on tonight, we'll keep it nice, short and sharp. Ethereum USD is faring a lot better than BTC in the sense of direction and the sense of price action and momentum and everything above and beyond, because we've been, sustaining a higher level of upwards trajectory on Ethereum, and that's good to see in my opinion. If we are putting Gravy Train back on there, you can see the difference between BTC. You can see we've had a movement upwards, came back, retested the cloud, and then moved to the upside, seemingly towards our most relevant level of supply. That's up top here at 2400 for Ethereum. And that would not surprise me if we have an uplift towards that 2400 mark for ETH in the immediate term. If we are drawing our most relevant levels of fibs, so let's go from swing high to low. Let's draw from left to right. You can see the 78.6 without even trying lines up very nicely with that level of supply. So a couple of things lining up for Ethereum for a 2450 area level to be tested. We are seeing a pullback now on a lower time frame from swing low to swing high. You can see we're probably retesting the 23.6 if we're drawing in that, or even a 38.2. There it is. So you can see I've got it overlaid, but swing low to swing high, we've got the 38.2 being retested at the moment. So looking okay for ETH to move to the upside in the immediate term, especially on a smaller time frame. If you scrolled into the 1 hour time frames, you could probably get more of an idea, or a better idea, of Ethereum's trajectory on or in the immediate term, should we say. Let's keep it nice and sharp tonight for our Monday night update. I've kept in this TA that we drew in last week, and I've been really looking at this as much as I can on the YouTube updates, and we have seen an uplift or a movement towards, or taking into account, our TA very, very nicely. And we do follow this quite often, and of course it is a regulated market. This isn't financial advice, just ideas and opinions of us here at UTG, but we are taking into account this TA, and I do think this level here at 92.6 was the most relevant area, and of course we did get that tested very nicely within the last couple of days. So if I get rid of the current TA and just keep in the most relevant stuff, we can see the trajectory of the DXY being towards our most relevant level of demand, which is around that 92.09 or 92.1 area that we are seeing it move towards. If we are moving through this level with some speed tonight, if we do get some momentum, and I don't think that'll come, being a Monday night, it doesn't really happen until midweek. But if we are moving through this level tonight, I would expect the 23.6 to be the area that will retest. And of course, pending that, we've got a lot of liquidity to the left-hand side to be tested as well. So a few things to look out for the DXY. If you're trading this market, I do recommend you do chart up the DXY to give you the best opportunity, for a movement or for success on the major pairs. But thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm Az from UTG. Make sure you subscribed. Make sure you're following us on TradingView, because we are going to be periodically updating TradingView as well as YouTube. So make sure you join, make sure you're following us, and make sure you're part of the Discord. Thank you all for joining me again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.